Okay, so I just finished up my second part, so now I'm going to go into some sections that people, I think, have had trouble with and might find some use in knowing how to hit them. So, verse 1. Verse 1 is probably my second most inconsistent section outside of Devil Solo B. This section has required me to go into multiple different positions to hit it, and I finally settled on one that works nearly every time. It can be tricky if you've never gone in the fourth position before. It can definitely be a hassle, and some people can hit this no problem just going into second. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on slowest to show you just exactly how I hit the hard part in verse 1. I drop the sustain, go right here. That's really all there is to verse 1. It's just that section. So yeah, you start right here in fourth position with your middle finger on orange. And you can hold orange if you want, but I usually say lift it off, so as soon as the note comes, I fret and then strum almost simultaneously. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then right from here, when you have red lifted off, you're going to slide directly to the red-blue chord. That's all there is. I'm going to go ahead and try to hit this on full speed. I'll try a couple times. And this is a section I'm kind of inconsistent with. That's all there is to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's something that I would, if I were you, I would religiously practice that, because you don't want to keep restarting here constantly. Going for the Red Death Co-op FC, Jaden and I were having difficulties getting past this section because of me. I could not hit that last little red-green bit. And I would, if I were you, I would practice this religiously, and I would actually try to hit those notes slightly earlier than you think you would, which will give you time to transition from here to here to here to here. So, yeah, that's really all there is to verse 1. If you can hit that, you can get through. You could probably keep a combo up until Rufus Maximus 1, which isn't that bad, but I'm going to go ahead and go over it with you real quick. Before I do that, I'm going to go over Bridge 1. I'm going to show you what I do for that. I know some people just one-hand this, but I tap one note in here. I'll show you that real quick. That orange. I don't know why. That section, since it's not really that hard, I'm not going to take it into slowest. But yeah, I tap that second orange. So fret orange, blue, yellow, blue, tap the orange. I don't know why, but it works out really well for me. So if you're having trouble and you're missing that first bit, there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Rufus Maximus 1. I'm going to slow this down. I hit this one pretty unconventional. A lot of this actually hit pretty unconventional, but again, I've seen it many times, so this stuff, it works for me. So you're going to just do some normal sweeps, and then I strum that orange, and then the other two strums. I tap this orange, and then strum. And then right here, I go into third. Because that sequence, I know I just missed it there. I'll show you on normal speed. It can be a pain to hit if you're in second position, and I don't know why. You know, some of you might be looking at me strange, but... So that's Rufus Maximus 1. Really not much to it. That's just how I hit the section. Again, if you're having trouble with it and you haven't really found a good way to hit it, give that a try. So, verse 2 is pretty easy. Bridge 2 and chorus 2. I'll go ahead and select both sections. I will go over chorus 2 when I get to it. This section, some people can one-hand perfectly fine. I'll show you how I hit it. There's not really much to it. I just tap the oranges and blues throughout the section. You'll see how I hit it on full speed. I hate playing on slowest. The rest of Bridge 2 is pretty easy, in my opinion. You'll end there on an up strum, and then you'll trill out the rest to that chord. Now, you might be wondering why I'm going over chorus 2. There's one part. It's the only other time I go into 4th position while I'm playing the song. I'll see if I can hit it on slowest. I'll definitely show you on full speed. Okay, so I managed to get at least the transition to 4th position. Okay, so let me go ahead and go into full speed and show you. Basically, you'll notice that I strummed kind of weird during that section. I'm abusing the timing window when I hit that part. Because for some reason, if I do gallop, 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 and then try to hit it, I'm not timing it correctly. I'm either hitting it too early or too late, and I never figured out which one. So let me show you. Just pay attention to how I strum chorus 2 and also how I fret bridge 2. So I'm going to go ahead and do both of those sections here real quick on full speed for you. Yeah, not too much to it. Just tap the blues and the oranges, and you'll be fine. It definitely took me a while to figure that method out. And again, you might be able to one-hand it. If you can one-hand it already consistently, then don't worry about that method. So now I'm going to show you exactly how I hit this section. That requires some speed, too. You'll notice that I was in 3rd position, and then as soon as I was on that up, I immediately went down so that when I hit that down strum, 1, 2, yellow-orange chord. It's very fast. It's going to definitely take you some time if you're not used to it. Again, if you can already hit that section, no problem. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, if you have not figured out how to hit that section, give that one a try. I have tried various different methods on trying to hit that section, and that is the one that has worked for me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over Rifus Maximus 2 into Y. This section, and I'm going to tell you straight up, this section probably prevented me from FCing this song for the longest time. Even FCing it a second time, this section. And it's because of these strums. There are 9 strums in the middle of this fretting that you'll see, and they are such a pain in the ass to hit. I've employed probably 5 or 6 different methods to hit this, and you might be thinking, well, why? It's not that bad. For me it was, and maybe for you guys it is as well. I know some people can hit that no problem. They've never had trouble hitting it, and then I know some other people who have never been able to hit this section. So I finally have figured out a method that works out very, very well, and hopefully this will work for you. So we're going to go ahead. I can't remember if I selected slowest. Probably did. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this and the transition into Y and show you how I hit that. So hopefully slowest will cooperate with me here. You'll notice I go into 3rd position there, again, for consistency. You'll see on full speed I do actually alt-tap that, and then I tap those notes there, the yellow, blue, and yellow. I found it to be a lot better consistency-wise when I do that, so I'm going to go ahead and go over this full speed just so you can see what it looks like normally. And I guess one thing to note with that strumming, I anchor red, and then I will go into yellow, still anchoring it, and I'll also anchor yellow for the blues. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I will lift off going into that 7th strum. So I will emphasize really those last 3, and you will see that here. So you notice I alt-tapped 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then right at the end of that sequence, I'm going to actually tap orange and then go right to blue. And then you'll notice how I tapped the rest of the section, and then of course I tapped yellow, blue, yellow. Then I fretted the descending trip and into the strumming. That's really all there is to the section. It's definitely going to take you some time if you're not used to hitting things that way. So yeah, give those a try. Rewatch this if you're having any trouble. So let's go ahead and move on to... not like that. Start soloing is a very tricky section. I have seen so many people have trouble with this, so I'm going to show you how I hit this section. Again, doing it on slowest, I might miss a couple things, but I'll explain how I do it and then show you in full speed. Tap that blue, that one, and that one. One hand the rest. I one-hand this entire part right here. And then tap, tap, tap. Yeah, I knew I was going to miss there. And then you'll notice that I tapped that blue at the end. That's for consistency reasons. Well, let me go ahead and show you on full speed how I do it, because it's very quick. The part that I missed on slowest, after you tap that third orange, you're essentially going to do 2 descending sweeps. So you're going to do 1, 2, and then you're going to go back over, tap that blue, and then you're going to do some ascending trips. It's red, yellow, orange, red, yellow, orange. And then you just have some sustains after it. That's really all there is to the section. And then finally, I think that'll do it for this video. Actually, I'm going to do 2 more things. I'm going to give you guys some transitions from rock and riff into break, which is something that I've seen people struggle with, and then I'm going to do chorus 3 into the outro. And then that should do it. I hate solos. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but I went 1, 2, 3, tapped the blues, went into third, 1, 2, and then immediately after that last orange, I slid down back to first to hit the green-yellow chord. That's all there is to it. So we're going to go ahead and go to full speed. And you can one-hand that if you want, if you're feeling confident. That's all there is to it. Yeah. Da-da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2. Boom. For those that, I guess, want to see me actually finish out the whole section rather than just hitting the chord, I'll go ahead and do that. You can skip this part if you want to the next part. I probably should have done the whole section. So we'll just do it one more time. That's that. Okay, so finally, chorus 3 into the outro. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one on full speed, but I want you to see what difference it makes. Possibly from what you're doing currently to what I'm doing now. Third position makes the transition into the outro so much easier. Right there, perfect transition. It's really easy. Really not that stressful, to be completely honest. And again, that right there, if you didn't see the outro part, that's it right there. So, yeah, I guess that will do it. Let me go ahead and switch over to my other scene here. I think it's this one. Yeah, that'll do it. I hope that this tutorial gave you guys some insights on how to hit Revolution Deathsquad, various different sections, and honestly, if somebody does FC the song, partly due to the tutorials that I've provided, please let me know. I'd like to know that these tutorials actually did help somebody. If you actually hit a section you've never been able to hit before in the song, let me know. Again, as with the other videos, if there are any improvements that you think that I can make, I can do a follow-up video and try to re-explain everything if I did not explain it properly enough. But everything I told you is pretty much, that's how I hit these sections. That's what I do. And I do apologize for me missing on slowest. I don't really work with slowest very often. It's harder for me to time things as compared to full speed. So yeah, that will do it. Hope these were helpful. If you have any other questions, comment or send me a message and I can try to help you out further. Thanks for watching.